Have you ever wondered why court cases take a hell of a long time, at least specifically immigration court cases? Well, I'm here to share a little bit behind the scenes on why that is for immigration court cases, removal proceedings. Number one, inefficiency. There's no workflow for the government, for specifically the Executive Office of Immigration Review, the court system for immigration, to actually move one legal piece of document, a proposed order, to the next process. Now, I've never worked for the government, but there could be a better way. When I went to a court hearing about a month ago in front of a judge in Dallas, won't name names, okay? Won't name a specific case, but he or she said, what I was trying to do is give background, share what we did to prepare for this hearing a month ago, and let the judge know so it could be on the record, right? Because I'm trying to do that for my client so that there's no guessing in the future, like what I did or did not do for my client. So I did what I would think any other attorney would let the judge know, like, hey, judge, we've mailed the motion to dismiss last Friday, and it was probably only like 2 or 3 days before the hearing, but we still mailed it in, and the judge was not happy about that. Counsel, don't you know how many mailings the court clerks receive? I'm like, yes, judge, I understand. I'm just letting you know, let the court know what we did for the case. Anyway, long story short, the judge gave me a court date for January 2025. I looked at my client, and I knew this client did not want to have the court hearing 2 or 3 months later. We just wanted to wrap it up, get the case dismissed. We already knew the government attorney, DHS, would agree to it because they did. They did agree to it, a joint motion to dismiss. But he or she on the Department of Homeland Security did not have the what they call the alien file, okay? So unfortunately, because of that, they didn't want to actually move forward with the motion on that day 1 or 2 months ago. My name is John Ting. I'm an immigration attorney here in Houston, Texas, to secure your legal status to live and work in America legally. Go figure. So that's the reason number 2. The government lawyer could have just moved forward with the motion, that first court hearing that we represent this client with, because we were prepared. We filed the motion. We had the motion in hand also, in addition to mailing it in advance, just in case the judge could get a hold of it before the hearing. But no, the judge, the government attorney, they did not want to make it efficient. Now, I can tell you this is a type of case where it really needed to be dismissed. I can't go into the facts of this, but this is something where the government attorney actually took the time to verify the truth, that what we proposed, what we shared was the truth, which we provided documentation for. So I thought that was strange that this attorney had to take a few more steps to investigate. But this person was trying to do the job. I get it. So the government attorney did all that, yet still didn't want to move forward with that joint motion that day 1 or 2 months ago. Okay, so going back to my client, who I knew did not want to wait until January 2025 for the next court hearing. So I asked the judge, Your Honor, could there be an earlier court date? And for some reason, I thought he said December 23rd. And of course, that's a couple days before Christmas. So I asked the judge to repeat it if he didn't mind. And it's ridiculous that I even have to say, if you don't mind. And then he gets up in arms saying, basically giving this response like, how come you didn't hear me, right? And then clarified it was December 3rd. That is next Tuesday. But let me take you back about 1 to 2 months. Just basically the first 2 days after that last court hearing, and contacted that same government attorney to say, just following up on our discussion to get this case dismissed. And here's attached the motion for your signature. Crickets. Literally 2 months passed by, and this attorney finally signed it. And I literally had to write in the email, I'm sure basically I paraphrase, we're trying to get this case dismissed so that both of us don't have to appear on this matter. And this attorney finally signed it. And I figured that would be the best way to get this attorney to any government attorney to agree to it, because they wouldn't need to go to court for that particular case if they didn't need to. But why did it have to wait literally another 60 days to get that signature? So I share this for a couple of reasons. The other reason, other than sharing the inefficiencies of the workflows and whatnot on all the stakeholders not giving a shit, other than, of course, private attorneys for your legal status, but also to show the value that us private attorneys, I can't speak for everyone, but at least our team here at Green Card Guys, the efforts we put forth to follow up, to take the next step, be proactive to secure your legal status. And this is only one step in the process, in the journey to getting that green card. Because ultimately, if you have a petition application on file with USCIS, you have to get 95% of the time to have to get this court case, removal proceeding case, dismissed, so that USCIS has jurisdiction to approve or at least make a decision on that application. Oh, by the way, we called the court clerk every 2 days, left a voicemail. Actually, my team called twice in one day. And then finally on Monday, the court didn't call us. We don't expect a phone call. And what we've also been checking, fortunately, they have the case status online. And we've been checking every day, at least a couple times a day. And then finally on Monday, it showed up the status that it was dismissed. I'm sorry, that was actually today, Tuesday. And that would have been less than 48 hours to Thanksgiving. And then I also give my team off Black Friday. And then there's Monday. And then Tuesday, December 3rd, would have been the court hearing. So potentially could have been additional prep time with the client if needed. And also finding transportation, getting all that all arranged, which is additional cost to the client, which we didn't want to charge to a client. But of course, we let the client know in advance just in case. So if you had a court experience that's similar or different than this, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions too. Go ahead and bookmark and share with your friends. And you know what to do. Follow for more.